World's best online training tutorial for the leading technologies. In this video session, we'll see that a continuation of the three-tier architecture project. In the previous two sessions, we have explained about what is a three-tier architecture and what is a three-layer architecture and what is the difference between these two. And we have created data access layer, then business layer, and we made a data entities file to make sure this, instead of passing all these parameters individually, we have created a class and then we can pass an object for this class, like how we have created here B entities. Here we are passing only one object instead of passing entire parameters in a method. We have created business access layer, business entities project, and then inside which we have web form. In the button click, what we are doing is we are saving book details. Understand? Now let us execute this, and before that let me comment these lines. I will explain this again. Suppose let me save it, then I'm running the application to save some data into book details page. See this, we'll be getting this kind of error message if I don't use these lines. So please use these lines if you are getting the same error message. Web forms unobtrusive validation mode requires a script resource mapping for jQuery. Please add a script resource named jQuery. So when I uncomment these lines, you won't be getting the same kind of error message. Now let me execute again after uncommenting that lines. Now you can see this book name. Whatever book name you want, you can give. Suppose AngularJS I want to give. Then author, it's me. Publisher, BPB Publications. Then what is the price? $650. Click on submit. Book details saved successfully. Let us verify that from a database. Here it is, tables, refresh, book details. One AngularJS, Ankit, BP publication, $650 or $650, whatever it is. Understand? Like this, we can pass information from presentation layer to data, business layer to data access layer to database. Now let us see this with a breakpoint, how it is transferring from one page to other page. Further, let me stop this, then I can execute it again. There is no guarantee that from this breakpoint will execute or not, so I'm just stop that execution. Now let us see this. ADO.NET, author is Mary, publisher is Mary Publishers. ₹78. Now cursor is here in a button submit click. We go with F10 step by step, line by line execution. Now see here, we have encountered this obj book details BLL. Where is this object? Obj book details BLL under B layer. So if you wanted to see this where it is method return, please go with F11. Now see here, business layer we are in. Again F10. Here you can see OBJDL, where it is under DA layer. So please click on F11. Now we are at the data layer. See here, we are following now top to bottom approach. While we are writing the program, we will be having bottom up approach. Now it is top to bottom. Now we go with F10. Insert book details, everything. These are straightforward ADO.NET connections, ADO.NET coding. Then it is returning result. What is that result? If you want to see, just see. Result is null, 1, because successful insertion will be having result 1. See here, then connection will be closing. Finally is the best place to close the connection strings. Now we are at the business layer. See, we were at data layer and we came back to the business access layer. Now you see that we are now business access layer, right? If I click on F10 now, it will go back to the where we are calling this method from presentation layer. Now it is showing book details saved successfully. Then we are making color also green. Click on this one so that it will show you that book details saved successfully. Now if you wanted to see that whether it is really inserted or not, you can see to say. You can observe here, we know where we pass this book ID, still it is entering. That is because we made identity field. Hope you understand what is this identity field means. Auto increment field. You don't need to supply any value for the auto increment field. Whenever any new insertion happen, it will be taking by default. Now in same manner, we'll see that remaining things as well. We have clear controls on book, bind book, records, grid view. Clear controls, where is that? Here it is. This is very straightforward method. What it is doing is, it will be doing just clearing the records. See here, all the text boxes we are making clear with string.empty. That's it. Now what is that? One more method is there. Bind book records grid view. Where is that? Bind book records grid view. Here it is. One second. So in this bind records grid view, what we are doing is we are fetching the data from database. I'll explain it again. Private void bind records book records grid view. From where we are calling, now we are not getting any error. Now let us avoid getting this error. What is this? Data set. In order to use data set, you should have system.data. Now we don't get this error. Now what is this? Get book records. Get book records method as of now we are not there in a data layer or business layer. Let us add that first. So this is, we need a data access layer first. This is business layer. This is also not. This is also not. We need to have bind book records grid view. For that we need get book records method. Yeah, this is the data access layer. Here we have save book details, then we have get book records. Let us add this for our data layer method. Make sure that we should not miss up anything. Now this is our get book records. Then in the same way we need to add in a business layer also. Get book records method. Go back and add here. So now use data set, you should use this using system.data. Now it won't come data layer. Where is this data layer? Actually it will be there in a D layer, DA layer. Make sure this, paste here. Then we are not getting this get book records. See here, though we have get book records, we are not able to get here. This is because we have not added the reference of the newly created data layer. Understand? We should again make this build application, then we should get here the latest DLL inside this business logic layer. Now if I build this, let us see, we'll be getting some errors. Now build it. See here, somewhere it is showing that error message saying that this is not existing because get book records are there inside this business layer and we have not built this new DLL. Now if I execute this, what will happen? Build is succeeded. Now we can get book records. Where we can see this? We wanted to see in a page load. So we wanted to see this in page load. Let me get this. Now let me execute it. Now you can see this. By default it has been come. From where? We have got this page load event. Suppose go to the definition. Here inside this we are making this. Where is this get book records? OBJ book details.bll. Where is this BLL? In a business layer. So once you get this, go to the definition, you will go to the business layer. That means this one. Save book details we have seen, get book records. Again it will go to the data layer. Get book records. So it is using this stored procedure called fetch book records SP. Let us see in a similar way remaining update and delete. We have seen save book details and get book records. In a similar way, we'll see this update book records as well as delete book records, where we are adding for this data layer. Okay, make sure that there is no errors. Build it, build is started, build is failed. Okay, so this is not there actually, so this is there. Copy and paste. It will be same with this also. Now let me execute this. Build this. Build is started, build is succeeded. The similar way, let us go and add to the business layer as well. Business layer, update book records and then delete book records. Business layer, business access layer. Make sure that there is no mess up. Now let me build this so that we can find out any errors are there. End of file expected. Control K, Control D to make it proper alignment. What is this? End of file expected. Control K, Control D. Yeah, data layer it is throwing error because data layer in class name is different. It's not a data layer. DA layer. It will be same with this also. And here it is. Business entities dot B entities. So we can remove this because we have already added the namespace places, business entities. That's it. Let us build this so that we'll find out any errors. Missing assembly reference. Yeah, here also we need to change. Now let me execute, build this. Build is failed. Why it is getting error? Best overload method has some invalid arguments. When it is not getting error in this place, oops, here it's not a business DA layer. Let me change it here. Then let me build this again. Build is succeeded. Now we need to change at presentation layer also. Here also we need to change. Let us add the required coding in this place as well. Before that we need to have these methods, these events in a grid view. One is row editing, row updating, row deleting, row cancelling, and page index changing. These all are required. So let us add first these 5 things for the grid view. Go to that common design, select this, and go to the properties window. Now you can see this. Make sure this not change. What and all we need? On page index changing. On page index changing. Now it is done. On row cancelling edit is required. On row cancelling, this is done. Then on row deleting, then on row editing, finally on row updating. Okay, now let us add what and all required on page index changing event. This is the one. And then what is next? Row cancelling edit. Row cancelling edit. Then next is row deleting. See, row deleting and row updating is major here. For row deleting, we need to have book ID. Based on that book ID, we will be deleting that particular selected row only. Then same with row updating also. Is that row updating? This is the one. Then row editing is missing. So this CRUD operations we have already discussed, so only I am not explaining each and everything here. I am just explaining about what is this 3-tier architecture application. So build is succeeded. Now let us add this execute application again. Oops, something went wrong. Let us see whether it is what is that error message. Yeah, now if you click on edit, you'll be getting like this. So let me change it to like this, 6510. Update it. See, you can see this updated successfully. If I click on edit and then I changed my mind without updating, I wanted to go back. If you cancel it, it will come back. Delete. If you cancel it, it won't happen anything. If you click on OK, this will get deleted. Let me quickly add some other values. ASP.NET, then author is hoarding, publisher is H Publications, price is 78. Click on submit. Okay, now let me add something else. HTML, author is Jolie, J Publications, price is 90, is 900. Click on continue. Now let me add Ajax. In Ajax Publications was William Publications, then price is 120. Click on continue because we have already seen that how it is transferring. Now next thing is, let us add one more book, jQuery Rosie Publishers 54. Then again we click on continue. Now finally I am going to add one more, add book name, validations, robot publications 76. Click on continue. See here, the sixth item when I added, you can see the page is coming into second. Validations robot RP, robot publishers prices like this. So how it is happening is, I have kept here in web form 1. Go to the grid view. Page size is 5. If you want a page size is 2, you can reduce it to 2 and you can see that whatever you want. See, just I made it as 2 only. Now let me debug without debugging. See here, you can see only 2 rows like this. Hope you understand this, how it is working with 3-tier architecture. The simple thing is, we have created 3 projects and we have made links among all these projects. 4 projects are there. We should follow this bottom-up approach. Means create the database first, then create the data access layer, then come to this business access layer, then come to the presentation layer finally. Do not ever go with like top to bottom approach. So we should follow bottom-up approach. Bottom-up approach in the sense, first and foremost thing is, we need to create database design. Whatever it is required for the database, tables, stored procedures. We should come back to the data layer. In data layer, we'll be having SQL related connections, making the connection. And before coming to this data layer, we should go to web.config actually. In web.config, we should make this connection string. Then we'll come back to data layer. Here we require whatever methods are required, we'll be making it is. Totally we require 4 methods: saving the book details, getting the book records, updating, deleting. Same things we'll be seeing in a data layer also. Saving, updating, deleting and adding. So by this we have covered thread operations along with a 3-tier architecture. Hope you enjoyed this 3-tier architecture. See, I am telling again, we'll be making this business entities. This is an additional project because instead of passing, if you are having 20 text boxes values, instead of passing for this data access layer here 20 parameters, will be passing only object name for this class so that we can access it anywhere from your application. So hope you understand this, what is 3-tier architecture and what is 3-layer architecture. Difference is, when you are saving or when you are keeping all 3 projects in a single machine, that's called 3-layer, or if you are saving your all 3 projects in different machines, that is called 3-tier projects. It will be an important interview question, so please be confident that explaining about the differences between 3-tier and 3-layer. And we have seen a sample application also. Thank you for watching. We'll meet it again for the next video session on this.